Hi, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about segmentation and email marketing response rates. There is one simple secret that a lot of companies are not using, and I know it can improve their response rate. If you've been in marketing for a while, you have heard about segmentation. It's important to segment your file. But there is one simple trick or tip that people aren't utilizing because they are kind of trying to do things fast. But if you slow down, it will be worth it to implement this. Today, marketing is all about relationship building. I even say relationship building is the new marketing because that's what it is now. It's no longer the way it used to be where you would just send out promotions in front of people and then all of a sudden they would buy your product. Now you've got to build a relationship. You got to offer them different pieces of educational material that is of interest to them. You start to develop that relationship so that down the road they decide that they want to buy your product or service. And you develop this relationship so that they stay customers of yours year after year. And why this is good is because nothing is worse than being there at January 1st saying, okay, we got to increase sales. And there you got to go try to build all up again. You want to start with a good base. And if you get a nice relationship with your prospects and customers, they will stay with you year after year. And so then what you'll see is your company will grow year after year. It won't be a sales cycle like that. And that's what we all want, don't we? If we're in business because we want to grow. So when you're doing your email marketing, it's imperative that you segment your audience. Segment it by title, segment it by industry. You have to decide based on, your product or service, what is best for you. So you're probably saying, well, Donna, that's simple enough. I can segment my list and I'll change up the email marketing message a little by saying, oh, so you're in the biopharma space, then you must be interested in this product service. Oh, you're in the food and beverage space, so you're interested in our product or service. And I'm here to say, no, no, no. There's one simple thing, but you've got to take some time to do it. And the first thing is whenever you're about to do a marketing promotion, go out and read what is happening in the news. Read if there's any reports for your specific industry or job titles. What are their priorities? What are their concerns or their challenges? And that's what you're going to put in your message. But besides having the right content, you want to make sure you also put it in the right format that resonates with these people. Now, let me share my screen with you. I put this, it's only 3 slides, but I just wanted to show you that, one, if we're talking about engineers, this is where you've got to sit back and think about what is most important to engineers. Well, they're problem solvers. They need to solve a problem. And how will they resonate with certain piece of information? Do you think they're going to like tons of images all over the place? No, they're going to want to see some type of a chart or a flow chart showing the process, showing how it's going to solve their problem. And this is what I was talking about, changing up your marketing message so that it's in the right format, so that it makes it very digestible for them. If they can quickly digest your message, they'll be able to make a decision on whether they need it or not. So for engineers, like I said, don't put a ton of images, have a few images, but have bullet points, and then have a chart of some sort that will show how it's going to solve their problem. Then if we drop down, or if we are talking about CFOs, now I quickly pulled this chart that Deloitte posted as we were heading into 2022. And here it talks about, like, what are their top priorities? What's a CFO's top priorities? So obviously, if you're putting together a marketing message, if you write about what are the top priorities for a CFO and you put it in a format that a CFO can digest, meaning numbers, how much are they going to save? How much is it going to cost? Then they'll resonate with it. They'll be able to digest it and figure out if they need it. So CFOs, you've got to have the numbers. They are interested in the bottom line. CEOs, on the other hand, they are interested in that full picture. They have the full umbrella because they're watching over all the different parts. So they need a quick overview of everything. Everything you might be saying to an engineer and everything you might be saying to a CFO, but put it in a format that is easy for them to digest. So maybe a pie chart or something, but also have some images. And then again, here, the top priorities, 2022 and 2023, make sure you touch upon the top priorities. When you do that, when you create the marketing messages that are most important to your specific title or industry, they'll want to pay attention to it. Basically, you're reading their mind. They're going to find it of interest. And then if you put it in a format, and that is the secret tip, to put the content in the format that the individual can digest, they're going to be able to make a quick decision. So the CEO here could make a quick decision whether they want to buy it or they're going to pass it on to a different employee to make that decision. So always go and look at the news first. What are the top stories? What are the priorities for your specific industry or title? Then, obviously, segment your file, but then create your marketing message that talks directly to them, but in the format that'll resonate with them. And make sure your subject line also hits on that. So if your top priorities is, your labor, talent, keeping labor and talent, make sure that's up in the subject line. Make sure it is something that is of interest to them, because then they will open up your email. When they open up the email, it's going to again reinforce your subject line. And then you're going to give them the benefits on why they need your product and services. I know it doesn't sound difficult, but it takes time. It takes time to do this. First, you got to figure out what segments are most important. Then you got to figure out how can you talk directly to that audience and what format do they resonate with. And that's something you've got to review, regularly, because it changes. People were saying, oh, all you need is images, no text at all. Well, that isn't the case. That's not the case with a lot of titles. I know people who create whole HTMLs and it's just image, 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 image. It's almost like a collage effect, which gets very hard to digest. It's hard to even really focus in on one piece of the equipment and how it'll help you. So look into that. Look, what are the top areas? What resonates with that audience at that time in 2022? What is resonating with your audience in your segment? And create your email marketing messages to talk to them. When you do that, you will see that your response rates will increase. I can guarantee that, because most of the people aren't doing that. They're not changing around the format of their marketing message. And so it's not being digested as easily. Please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can see the next time I go live. And also, if you have any questions at all for me about your specific audience or a topic you'd like me to talk about, please feel free to email me at dpeterson@worldinnovators.com. Thank you very much and have a great day. Bye.